TGC Requiem, we're back here with the fifth and final match with Death Shadow Jund. Not the hottest league comparatively. Honestly, I'd probably keep this. We can just shred our opponent's hand. We're likely to draw into some sort of cantrip or other land fast enough for it to be relevant. Do we have upkeep trigger still on from the last game? Oh, great. More destruction. So we're going to try and learn from our mistakes the last couple games. We're fetching for a Blood Crypt. We're then going to play a Bauble. We're then going to review our opponent's hand. Bastion. So we have a green-white filter land. We will now yeah, we got an Inquisition, right? I think we're going to do the Thoughtseize here. Oh, what do we got going on? Misa Voice, Spellskite, and an Oath. So far, he's going to be able to cast both of these things. But if he does, it just gives us the ability to throw another one out there. So yeah, we're just going to do that. So maybe green-white tokens is what I'm thinking we're playing against here. So probably another difficult matchup, unfortunately. Thankfully, this won't have the disruption that the black decks do. The black-white tokens decks do. We have a clean answer for Spellskite with Fatal Push. Oh, hi Nahiri. What did he put? Nahiri into his hand. Well, at least we know to fire off the Thoughtseize this turn. So this actually seems like it's probably some sort of green X. Okay, so that was actually a mistake, and I was just moving too fast there. We actually shouldn't have Fatal Push the Spellskite there. We should have played the Death Shadow, and then Fatal Pushed it the next turn. So remember this if we lose a turn before we would have killed our opponent. Oops, so it's actually a Bastion, but opponent found an Elspeth. So it's kind of like a green-white slash Naya Walkers deck. In fact, I'm just going to call it Naya Walkers for now. So we really need like a Thoughtseize or a Shockland here. That's not going to do it. 3, 4, 5. Ghor-Clan, even if he... no. Elspeth will kill both of these straight up. Oh, you can see that didn't draw the land he needed. So we would have gotten a turn 5 win there. Keep that in mind though. I mean, I should have been a turn earlier. So now, I mean, he's definitely going to have... So sorry. I definitely want to bring in Liliana. I don't think we care about Ghost Quarter. I do think Lingering Souls will be good. It's possible Brutality is good, but I don't want to count on it. Honestly, I think that's all we want to bring in based on what we've seen. Excuse me. We've seen a couple things Abrupt Decay will hit, including Planeswalkers. Honestly, Fatal Push has seemed pretty weak to what we've seen so far. Not to say that it wouldn't be good, but when you... I mean, you could combine the Tarfire, Fatal Push, and Abrupt Decay and can handle anything that we've seen so far. Battle Rage very well could be necessary to get through in the end. I think I'm going to pull 3 Fatal Push here. Don't want to pull any of our hand disruption. I think it's all very important here. I'm actually going to cut a Kolaghan's Command. The reason I'm going to cut the Kolaghan's Command is with white, the creatures are more likely to be exiled than killed. And so Kolaghan's Command may be a little weaker because of that. Plus we already brought in some extra 3s. Unfortunately, this is completely unacceptable. I think with the Scry, this is good enough. We might be able to get a little disruption. I mean, I don't think it's worth going lower. I can't think, I don't feel like I would be confident we'd have a much better hand. Liliana's a pretty good draw there. So normally we would go Inquisition here, but we're gonna fire off the Tarfire on the Arbor Elf. So now we have, is this 4 color walkers? It's got a carry added. Alright, and then this Inquisition is actually going to be great for setting up our choice on which Liliana to go with. Okay, so this is doubling season. I was wondering if it might be a doubling season deck, so I'm just going to call this 4 Seawalkers. So he's a land away from Nahiri, which means there's an Emrakul. So we have to think here, if he hits a land, which walker is best? Well, at this point, that clearly doesn't clearly make it. An effect will create one or more tokens under your control. It creates twice that many tokens instead. Effect will place one or more counters on a permanent you control, places twice as many. So we absolutely can kill one of these creatures either way. I like the fact that Liliana's uptick might be enough to beat Nahiri. I don't know, is it? I mean, she comes down. So if Liliana's at 4, Nahiri comes up, goes to 6, 5, 8. She down ticks. Well, I think we take the sure kill with Liliana this turn, and we... I think if we don't kill the Arbor Elf... So, okay, so say we take the Liliana of the Veil, and he sacrifices the Caryatid. It also opens him up to a Utopia Sprawl, which currently he doesn't have as a live draw if we kill the Arbor Elf. So I think we go that route. And then we can drop a Liliana this turn. Liliana of the Veil this next turn, potentially, if we draw a land. God, I almost feel like we should just... Well, that's a nice whiff. Oh, and the opponent just concedes there. I mean, I don't know. That game was far from over. But, yeah. Hey, look at, we get one treasure chest, yay! So the last time I did a video, treasure chest, nobody really said anything one way or the other, but nobody really responded that they liked it. So if you want, we'll just go pop that real quick, see what it was. That was a... was a win. So that puts me at 17-8 on the deck in the last 5 leagues. This wasn't the best league. Let's see if this shows the previous deck. This is just the version I played last time. So, whoop. Let's go pop that treasure chest real quick. Get our Rishadan port. I've just been opening them as I get them lately. Evil Twin. No Rishadan port for you guys today. Well, hopefully you guys had a good time. For reference, because again, I am the worst at keeping this up to date. 2-0 in the match. We finished 3-2, 7-5 in the league. The deck is definitely strong. I think we definitely ran into some tougher matchups tonight with Burn and black-white tokens. I think Eldrazi and Tax is actually probably a fairly tough matchup as well. And actually, I mean, the game kind of played out to show that, but I think, you know, you have some good ones, you have some bad ones. There's always a little bit of luck here and there, but definitely had a tough one, so happy to come out of the, this league 3-2. Have a good night.